These are becoming an increasingly popular sight on our city streets. More and more people are whizzing around on folding bikes. One minute you're sitting on it, the next you're carrying it like a briefcase. Very clever. This is a Brompton and this one is a STRiDA, and both were invented and developed by British designers. But take a look at these, almost identical to the Brompton and the STRiDA, but both illegal copies. The fakers wheeling and dealing is damaging British business and putting cyclists at risk. Britain's gone collapsible crazy. The folding bikes are now a common sight in our cities as commuters pedal their way to and from work. And the Brompton is a very British success story. The company now has 230 employees who hand build around 45,000 folding bikes every year. Bike nut Will Butler Adams is Brompton's managing director.
We make folding bikes. We are marginally obsessed with making folding bikes because they work.
It's not easy to make a good folding bike with its multiple joints under constant stress from daily folding and unfolding.
Trying to design something that puts up with that day in, day out, year after year is really tricky, and that requires attention to detail in every tiny little area, and that's what we spend our time doing.
Will is mad about genuine Bromptons, but he's hopping mad about copies, which have been appearing all over the internet. The problems began when Andrew Ritchie, the inventor of the Brompton, allowed a company in Eastern Asia to make a licensed copy of the Brompton for distribution.
He gave his baby away and tried to teach somebody how to do it. They didn't make it themselves. They got this person to make it, that person got this person to make it, that person got this person to make it. Chinese whispers. The net result was a pretty diabolical thing.
So Brompton backpedaled, and the licence for Eastern Asia to make shoddy Bromptons was not renewed. That's when the copycats shifted up a gear.
People who had been suppliers thought, oh, maybe we can do it ourselves. They never understood what they were doing from the outset. And in the meantime, our bike had moved on, but still they carried on. And that is a place where we have seen copies coming in illegally.
The illegal Bromptons were imported into several European countries. They weren't carrying the Brompton name, but they all shared its unique design, which is protected by copyright. When the Oxford folding bicycle, which looks identical to the Brompton, appeared in Spain, Brompton went to court.
They were trying to copy the look and make people sort of think that this was from the same family as the Brompton. And we won the case.
The Spanish court ruled that the Brompton copy did infringe their intellectual property rights. Despite the win, Will is still concerned that people could be fooled into thinking they're buying a bike made by Brompton when they're not.
The interesting thing about the Brompton is people don't look at a bike and look at the label and go, that's a Brompton. The Brompton is so iconic. You know, you see one whizzing along, you know, on the, oh, there's a Brompton. Because it's so unique. That's what people are trying to take. And that's what they're trying to extract value from in order to dupe the customer.
Despite Brompton's wins against the fakers, there are still huge numbers of bogus Bromptons out there for sale on the internet.
These are fake Bromptons, no two ways about it. The fact that there is a bike that's indirectly pretending to be us and selling off our reputation and all the time and energy and work that we put into delivering that reputation by taking care with what we make is really sad.
And Brompton isn't the only British folding bike to fall victim to the copycats. Mark Sanders is the inventor of the distinctive STRiDA folding bike. It took him years of research to perfect the design.
It took massive effort. I mean, I spent every waking hour just absolutely obsessed with this project.
The end result was a folding bike with a clever triangular design. The unique folding handlebar system and locking and front joint system are protected by patents. But that hasn't stopped the fakers.
There's probably about 30 different factories making fakes. there's, you know, maybe 10 times the production out of the fake factories than there is out of the official factory. And so if you added all the fakes together with the official, probably 90% of them are fakes. The first time I saw a fake STRiDA, it was STRiDA, but without the I, so STRiDA. And it was advertised, you know, revolutionary folding bike, STRiDA.
A quick look on the internet reveals a shocking number of fake STRiDA bikes for sale.
Hello, look at all these STRiDAs. This is quite amazing. How many of that? You can see they're making a lovely business out of it. Look at them all lined up, ready to go. All these products are fakes of the genuine STRiDA bike.
And it's not long before Mark stumbles across what looks like a promotional video for his STRiDA bike. But the video has been made by the copycats.
More and more people require the bicycle with personal style.
The cheek of trying to sell a product that I've designed as their own to other people. It's just so funny. You know that this has come out of one of those fake factories which have no quality control.
Will Butler-Adams from Brompton and Mark Sanders of STRiDA take the safety of their folding bikes seriously. What about the fakes? Will and Mark decided to get hold of fake versions of their bikes. Seconds into the unboxing of the copycat Brompton, and Will isn't impressed.
So first thing we noticed, before we even go any further, this has snapped off, the roller wheel.
Mark Sanders isn't faring much better with the fake STRiDA he bought online.
The brake pivot screw has actually just dropped out. I mean, that is just so dangerous.
And, whoops, that is a joke. Well, that's not working, it's not even clipping.
It's a lot more flimsier than the genuine article.
Oh my, oh no, that's, oh, hold on, the reflector's fallen off. Yep, this is good.
And all this folding flimsiness before our aficionados have even ridden the bikes.
Yay! So you stop and whoop! That's pretty iffy.
God, it feels terrible. It's all floppy. The handlebars are loose, the crank's loose, the whole frame's loose.
I don't even dare ride it at any speed at all.
Incredible. It's so rickety.
I can't actually lift my legs up because they're hitting the handlebar.
Here we go. Whoa. The crank is incredibly loose.
It's so unbelievably bad. It's like cycling on a blancmange.
Will decides to carry out an impromptu brake test on his bike.
Okay, and I'm going to shove the brakes on now. And that is a joke.
Joking aside, Mark and Will's hands-on experience with copycat folding bikes has left them with serious safety concerns.
I know the standards that the genuine thing has to pass, and the testing it has to go through, the careful analysis of all the materials that go into it, the really strict quality assurance of every single component before it's even allowed on the bike. All that stuff is ignored on a fake. And then I feel really scared for people that buy those products.
But these folding bikes aren't just endangering the people riding them. They're also threatening the British designers and inventors responsible for bringing the originals to our roads.
What happens with small to medium-sized British companies is that they will spend all their time doing the R&D, developing new designs, developing new products, testing them, and then they will get them out in the market, and then somebody will just copy all that work.
Fake products are bad for UK PLC, and if we don't do something to protect the innovators and the risk takers, then they won't be there, and that would be very bad for the British economy.